What's up, everybody? It's your girl, everybody from Juju. I'm your host, Juju. It's been a minute. I had some business to take care of out of town. I didn't get to come back and just kind of like see how everyone's doing. Um, it seems like everybody's still talking about our loss to what is it? Let me fix my lighting a little bit. To Iowa. There's a lot of talk around town and concerns about the women of Troy, and that we shouldn't have taken this loss. And I'd have to agree. I'm a little bit concerned, but I'm gonna trust the Coach Gottlieb and her staff. I'm gonna trust that the girls recognize how much of an impact it has made on them in terms of people feeling that we're not worthy of the top 4 spot. And as a result, today on AP Top 25, as a result, we fell to the 7th spot, which is okay for me because it was a moment in there where folks were possibly concerned that maybe we could fall further than that, which I don't really understand why we would have done that. 7th is fine. We were there on this spot last year when we had to play. I think we played UCLA, who was undefeated in I think the Pac-12 at least, and they were and I can't remember what it moved us up to, but we did upset UCLA at the time. What's up, Juju? What's up, Political Lil? Joining. Thanks for joining. Didn't like the loss, seemed like they were not ready for the moment. Yeah. I think a 6-point loss, but even though the score was 6 points, it just looked like we couldn't like make our usual run that we do once we made a difference before halftime and took the lead. I think that we couldn't charge through like we normally do. I think the loss is an opportunity for the Trojans to get back on the right track. Thank you, Chicago Cheetah. I think so too. What's up? What's up, Nippy? I've been checking out. I was trying to check out some of the stuff. I've been flying, driving. You just have no idea what I did yesterday to get back home. And yes, and I was checking out our Discord, and you and Jacob were doing a fabulous job. RC, thank you too. RC's been going in and dropping little stats and nuggets. I appreciate that on the Trojans. And like Chicago said, it's an opportunity. Every loss is an opportunity to go back and look at whatever Ohio saw on their end that needed to be fixed. I think our bigs, especially Rhea, I don't think she was fully healthy. I think Kiki slipped into bad habits, but there was a lot that Kiki, I seen there were moments where Kiki was battling back and forth. But one of the things I think Hal, no, it wasn't that Hal needed to play more. I think she would have, but I think Hal needed to shoot more. I trusted her shooting from the last 2 games. being 4 for 7 against Purdue for a 3-point line, and 4 for 6 against Minnesota on the 3-point line. This is exactly where we wanted her to be. And she played it safe. She's 50% in her field goals, 50% in her shooting on the 3-point line. But it was like you were like 2 for, what was it? 2 for, let's look at the stats and tell you, but basically she didn't shoot a lot. She needs to shoot. And the thing about the zone, y'all, the way the coach has always broken the zone from my eyes, a 2-3 zone, is that they took away that free throw line. Everybody that I've been watching, no one has ever stopped where we would flash our wings like Juju or Kitty up to it to turn and score or turn and dip down. And when they tried, Kennedy kind of went over to it and she saw that they were coming up, picking her up. She went back to the corner, which was fine. And then it was kind of like, now what? The shots were open on the wing where Kennedy hit and Kaylee hit, but what you have to do in the zone is a catch and shoot, and the shots that those two hit were catch and shoot. Avery too, she had a nice curl at the top to the elbow, catch and shoot. It's no time to think. It's not even really any time to pass, and there were times we were clogged, but I think we just could not keep up with Lucy Olsen. She had a fabulous game. She played out of her mind. Nippy says that the freshmen especially looked nervous and startled after looking back on the game. They were really scared to pass Juju the ball. Yeah, they didn't want to make that turnover, and the turnovers were already high. We want to average between 11 and 12 at the most. And of course, less would be best. But I think that 18 turnovers is, at some point, I don't know if we had more than that, but I know there was like 18. Once I knew we hit that 18 point, I've seen us win with 22 turnovers. I've seen teams win 22. Checking in, thank you, do it, check on it. I think teams have won, but you don't want to make that a recipe. That's a recipe for disaster. That's a recipe that will get you by some games, but it won't get you by to be in a national championship game. And I think Nippy is right. Like they were scared to pass to Juju. They were. And it's unfortunate because it doesn't get a lot of assisted buckets. She has to create her own. I don't care what defense is being played these days. The free throw line area and the mid-range is always open. Everybody who wants to shoot the three. The high post is underdeveloped these days. It absolutely. I'm a mid-range girl. I totally Ju has an excellent mid-range. That's why I don't really care. I think when the Clarkies that compare her to Caitlin and just fans in general like to see the 3-point shot. 3-point shot opens up the middle. It opens up and makes the defense have to come out. And then it gives you the space you need to operate within the mid-range and the middle of the key. And Ju attacks. She's a great mid-range shooter, and she gets to the middle of the key to hit those shots. Some of them are floaters. I think it was funny because seeing Lucy Olsen do what she was doing, I was like, dang, she playing like Ju does. The way she would get, that's what Lucy Olsen is. She's a great mid-range shooter, and I like Sellers. I think Sellers is too. I like those kind of players that are mid-range, killers. I mean, because it's so underutilized. Outside of Wisconsin, I think the Trojans will definitely bounce back against Ohio, and then of course against undefeated UCLA. That's going to be a big one. And here's the thing about that Chicago. This is my thing. And I'm gonna be transparent with you guys because, as much as I have passion and love for my Trojans. I know when from last year, and I know from this experience with watching them, I seen Coach Ian and Nerds hit a slid before she did the 51, and she had put it. That's when she went into the gym, locked herself in the midnight shooting, getting up shots, finding her shots, and getting her rhythm going. And thank you. Hit the like button and subscribe button if you will. I really appreciate that, y'all. I really, really appreciate that. I just climbed to 248 this morning. as you know, monetization and things start happening for you when you hit 500. So tell a friend to tell a friend and refer a friend. Really appreciate it. But you guys, look, I don't want to start talking. I don't want to start looking ahead to Ohio State. Ohio State's gonna get theirs when they play UCLA, and that's, thank God that they get to experience that before they come to us to slow any type of bleeding that we might have going on inside with us with our bigs. And I'm just saying, I'm saying because they're the upperclassmen, I'm putting all the responsibility on them. Freshmen are doing fine. They're a very talented group. They're fearless. Um, I'm glad they went through. We already went through the noise and the large crowds with UConn and Indiana. Somebody Maryland was a ruckus crowd. I mean, we went through all that, and but it was just a little bit different atmosphere. And I don't know that the coaches really put it on them how the importance of this Iowa game and how Iowa possibly is going to try to come out and show up for their audience and their crowd in the moment as they should. And so I don't want to look past Wisconsin. Sarah Williams, if she gets in there, now I have the utmost respect for this kid. I even want her to come to Trojans. I like Sarah Williams of Wisconsin, Defensive Player of the Year, freshman, Big Ten All-American. Like, and Sarah just needed for her rounding pieces to find themselves and pick up their game, and they have, and they play really close games against some of the top teams. Now, if they smell blood in the water with the Trojans, don't be surprised if Wisconsin, really tries to take it to us. One thing the Trojans need to do, and not pussyfoot around when we play Wisconsin on that first quarter, they need to attack and go hard and keep the foot on the gas. And she needs to keep the foot on. Coach C needs to keep the foot on the gas. This is not a game right now. Not a game for her, because onlookers are going to start calling for her job, and that's just how the expectations are in Los Angeles. I'm not saying our fans will do it, but other fans are going to start saying she's not a good coach, and that she's wasting Juju's talent and that like that, and all that kind of noise is going to distract her. It's going to distract our team. So we need to play up to our talent and our ability. We have a good team. All these teams, there's not that much better teams than us in this country. Not everybody. Nobody's like, when it comes to the top 4, 5, 6, 7 teams, they're not blowing each other out. These games aren't like unreachable. We have this right to be in the Final Four as anybody else. I feel like they don't have any consistent alternative plays for these defensive schemes being thrown at them, which makes them feel forced to shoot a three. Mm-hmm. Lucy Olsen got a whole lot of work today. One great game doesn't put her back on the map completely. Need more. I'm glad you're being honest about that, RC. But she did get some help from O'Grady, and Hannah Stokey did what Hannah Stokey does. Her and Kiki, if you didn't see it, they were going back and forth on offense, but Hannah was bullying her, and Hannah was like, but she was getting caught. Hannah was going back to being a little foul magnet. But the crazy thing was the senior O'Grady, I thought was a freshman. She says, thank God she's not. The senior was doing her thing in her place. Good points on the playing versus large crowd. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the difference between that. In my opinion, USC has a systemic problem with a lot of gaps you would expect with that roster of talent. They have. It's like we have one of the top defenses in the country, especially when we press. I was disappointed to see it got to 11-1, and I hadn't seen the press yet. Then when you decide to do the press, Coach Z, this is when you get yourself back in the game. What are you doing? Now, what she could have been doing, because she felt so confident in this win, is sometimes a coach needs to sit back and see, like, are you going to execute and play defense and your offense, and are you going to execute and dig yourself out of this hole? And from what she said in her press conference, something to the effect of, I knew we were down, and before half, I told him let's close, let's get within 10. Some crap like that. And the team was like, no, we want to take the lead. And lead they did. But I was surprised that a coach would sell them short to and make a statement like that. And your team had to tell you, we don't want to just come within 10 or toward out of whatever it was she said. We want the lead. And with that, I just remember the last 4 buckets being Juju Watkins with the help of Kennedy with a steal, and then Juju getting a solo steal on the little one that was trying to guard number 11, and taking it and beating the clock and celebrating to the crowd like we got this, we coming. And you would have thought with that type of energy, whatever you went into the locker room, maybe you stayed in the locker room well too goddamn long, which you should have like went in the locker room, said what you had to say, get them back out there to get warmed up and get back on. There's not a whole lot of talking unless you got to make your point, whatever it is your point, whatever you was doing when you left, come back, continue to do it, get them back on the floor, stop staying in the locker room, running your goddamn mouths, coaches, and get them back on the floor, ready to go. It's a complete difference in mindset. What said, proving we can beat you versus USC defend their position, but Kennedy can ball, can ball. But who wants the antics if she doesn't get picked up? It would be a waste. If she doesn't get picked up, I'm not sure what you mean to it. It was a couple of conversations, and I don't know which Kennedy you talking about, because now you talking about Kennedy from Chicago. Hanasoki doesn't know she wants to be. Oh, let's see this. See, Hanasoki doesn't know who she wants to be, though, Jew. Either she want to play pro basketball, possibly, or not. Her past 2 games have been great, but then she's not always on the money with her game. And I be feeling like that, RC, about Kiki. I'm like, do you want to play pro ball or not? Are you just that wealthy? I mean, that's your parents' money. If that's what's happening, your future is on the line. And yes, she has plenty of potential to develop in the dub, but I don't know that coaches in the dub are into developing players. Joe, you better hope you don't get drafted to Minnesota, because I don't think they develop players over there. They want you to be ready to go. Tyler Marshall's special at for the Aces to take the time to develop, but now he's a head coach. How much development is he going to really be able to do? Side note, I watched a little bit of the Luka Lakers press conference. He looked so sad and depressed. I heard he had just finished building a $15 million home. And yeah, he's depressed because he just built his home thinking, but why would you? He should not sell that home, because you don't want to buy no home in Los Angeles. The taxation is ridiculous. You don't want to do that. Like, leave your home there, you know what I'm saying, in Dallas, where that $15 million home in Dallas is probably a $50 million home in Los Angeles. Don't want to. You get an apartment in the we have lofts across from Crypto, and rent one of those and be happy and keep your home in Dallas. That's what I say. Juju was so frustrated in the timeout. It seemed like with the coaches. Yeah, I hope so. I hope she is. I hope she is frustrated with them, because she don't never really show that often her emotions like that. And she's supposed to be having this one-on-one kind of relationship with Coach T as a guard and as a captain, I'm sure. And it's like, I need to tell her I'm not happy. This is not working. This is not working at all. I talked about on where I'm a co-host on another show, and I'm just gonna say it. You know I probably have people watching from SC fans and SC whoever is part of it. Listen, why would you wear Legacy Gold uniforms to the black and gold of Iowa? It's like you just blended in with them. You didn't understand the assignment. You didn't understand the assignment. The assignment was the heir apparent face of women's college basketball to Caitlin Clark. You come in with your black uniforms, at the very least the red ones, They wouldn't have been offended if you beat them. And Juju showcase her talents as that she's worthy of being in the conversation of potentially breaking the all-time leading scorers records. Why are you wasting this young woman's opportunity to shine? When she shines, you shine. When she shines, we shine. I'm not trying to say that Juju got to take all the shots. I definitely don't want to have to take 22. I want her to be efficient with her 16 to 18 shots. And I want to see the freshmen. I want to see everybody. That's all she was doing. She was like, last year with the nerds, those seniors had no problems when we needed a bucket for you to ISO. Move them out of the way. She has no room to dip and dodge and stop and change direction and even get a Euro going, because you got everybody trying to be. Everybody is not on the same level. There are levels to this. There are levels to the game of who gets the ball when they get the ball, because Kiki's moving too fast. And I'm going to pick on her because there was a time she caught the ball and everybody was still trying to move this and get in place. And she didn't even wait for the play to develop. It was like somebody ran by and here she goes. It's not a slip. It wasn't a slip. Kiki, wait for it to open up and develop and take people out of your way so that you can drive. Everybody's moving too fast. You're talking about Carter. That's what I'm thinking. DeWitt is talking about Kennedy Carter. Yeah, the coach needs to take just as much responsibility for this loss and make the necessary changes you're going to lose your job. This was my chat. I never met Nippy in person, nothing. She's given her take and her analysis. And as a fan and as a supporter, and she's a deep supporter, and doesn't even live in SoCal and wants to see this team succeed. I can't stop people from saying that you're going to lose your job. And the crazy thing about it is, the truth about USC is, from years past, they don't care. They'll fire you. They don't fire famous people. They don't fire Cheryl Miller, Cynthia Cooper, Michael Cooper. I'm sure Linda Sharp. There was another Coach G that came from Washington, fired her ass. Like, people get fired at institutions like that. We had a number one recruiting class back in the day, early 2000s. We had a number one recruiting class then. Only one of them made it to the pros, which was Ebony Hoffman. She went to the Indiana Fever and later to the Sparks, and now is assistant coach for Seattle Storm. Out of that number one class. And same thing with our class. We have enough talent to get to the 4. And at least we'll be able to say Drew made it to the Final 4 before she makes it to the, again, and gets to the championship. And she's got to win one. I mean, this talent that I see that she has. Now, growing up watching Cheryl Miller, Cheryl had talent around her. Cheryl was the baby, but she had a lot of talent around her. And the seniors and juniors that she had, she was able to win 2 championships, but she got to the Final 4 the 3rd time, but she didn't have those post players, Paula McGee and Pam McGee. And sorry if Juliet, I'm sorry, Juliet, I'm sorry if I can't remember if you were the senior, one of the tallest players on the team, but we didn't have the McGee twins. And basically it was her and Cynthia trying to hold it down, with other players. And I always say Texas Longhorns and Jody Conrad kicked our ass. And this team has a chance to grow together, They're all they are young, but but the upperclassmen, like, what, Tivo? I see what you, I see you struggling with figuring out what your part is, and I felt like Tippy said something. It wasn't just the freshmen. It was like the guards were scared to pass you the ball. And at this point, what did you say, Tippy? At this point, it doesn't matter how close you are to the star or how good your relationship is with her. It's business. It's business. I have an episode of Homegrown Heroes that is coming out tomorrow on YouTube. Check it out. It's going to feature Juju, Kiki, and London Jones. And it's going to highlight UCLA and USC and all that we got going on in LA. Like I always tell you, it's the Sparks, it's the Lakers. It's, we've had Kobe, we've had LeBron, we've had Magic Johnson. We're accustomed to having superstars. Superstars is what attracts recruits to come to your program. Your recruits are watching. How Coach G is coaching this team is going to make a difference for what recruits are going to want to come to our school and not play for Moki or not play for Gino or not play for Don. Let's face it. These are the coaches that are. And Tennessee coach Kim Caldwell, she just got into the groove, and her name is, people are gonna start wanting to play for her. Plus, they're gonna possibly get that pro team in Tennessee. Not Tara Vanderveer here anymore. You don't have. Who else? Big Schaefer's the name. You got. I don't know the North Carolina State coach. You got some names that are still old school and out there, but right now, top paying coaches, you see who it is. But not everybody can go there. So why not us? But it's going to take a strong, courageous person to make the decision that Juju made when she could have gone anywhere she wanted, and she could have went to the top team in the country, but she chose to go with USC and to change the culture back to the winning culture that we are about, and the legacies that we've had, the standards in women's basketball, NCAA awards, and Hall of Famers that have attended there. Cheryl, Coop, Lisa, Tina, Pam McGee. How many programs got this many? We're in the 1% of how many programs have that many Hall of Famers in basketball, in college women's basketball. How many? We are up there with only a few teams that have gone back to back. And for her to choose that school, you got to do whatever you can to make it worth her time. People went from taking us seriously to taking them seriously. That's saying something. A freshman helped you get to the Elite Eight. And to be honest with you, we shouldn't have lost that game. I don't care what anybody says. That game, she didn't touch the ball for 8 minutes, and you didn't call timeout and tell those freshmen to get her the goddamn ball. Last year, this year, we make leaps and bounds. We came out ranked third in the country. Unfortunately, Kennedy was out. I think Kennedy, the rhythm that we had with Kennedy up, and I don't believe Notre Dame should have beat us at home. I was there. They didn't even look twice to give her the ball, Juju the ball. And then because they're afraid of the doubles and the triples that are coming at her. Juju did like Asia, stayed home. The difference is Asia had a better coach. Look, Nippy ain't scared to say what's her feeling. I didn't say that. I'm just reading what my chat is saying. A freshman helped put the school back on the map. And you don't tell me that's one of the best players in college basketball? Michaela Blake just broke Juju's record at 53. But where's her program? They're not in the top 4. Tanai Latson is leading the country in scoring. But where's Florida? They're not the top whatever. You straight up do it. Straight up. Growing pains. And I don't know what it is about this year. Maybe the portal and the recruits are making a difference. But last year, it didn't make a difference that you got 4 losses on your resume. You still make it through the tournament. 5 losses, 6 losses. You didn't have to be ranked in the top 4 to get through the tournament. But everybody wants this perfect thing and but it's like, but Julie, we get that you can drop a game in conference, but you dropped the game to an unranked team, so did Notre Dame, and they're still predicted to be a favorite to get to the Final Four. They lost 2. You don't know what the future holds. We don't. Injuries occur, things click. People get better. Coaches get better. They figure out different things, I guess, that they need to figure out. That makes a difference at the end of the day. That will make a difference at the end of the day. And losing in November looks way different than losing in December and losing in January. It's been since November that we lost. We hadn't won. We hadn't lost. We didn't lose all through December. We didn't lose all through January. Good Lord, everybody, calm down. The problem is, well, not the problem. The good thing about all of this is that what's making teams play a lot better against all of these teams, ranked teams, is that there's more film. There's more film out there, and that makes a big difference because then you know how to prepare. Another thing is, playing in the Pac-12, Coach Gottlieb was used to, hey, we'll get them next time. We would play teams twice, so it's like, okay, we'll get them next game. But you don't have that opportunity anymore. You don't get to see them anymore and make adjustments. Only team that we get a chance to do that with is UCLA. Now, either we're going to sit up there and get our butts kicked 2 to 3 more times, I don't know. Or we're going to sit up there and we're going to fight that, because that's our motto, fight on. Yeah, three future WNBA players versus a phenomenal freshman, and she has lost 2 by 7 with a drought of her not touching the ball. That's what happened to them. And that coach have the common sense to see that, to speak up to her upperclassmen and say, okay, Forbes, I know you carried us in that Stanford game. You really did. But they're not trapping into like that. Get her the goddamn ball. None of y'all gonna get drafted. 2 got drafted. One, I don't think one got drafted and got cut. There was nobody on that team that was going pro. Get her the ball, but work with her, because she'll give it right back to you if you get open. I don't mean get it to her so that she can just do everything. She just makes the right read. She'll know what to do. I think the part of the problem in Trojans is coaching. That's what I'm here in Chicago. And that's sad. How Kylie adjusts and responds after the loss and how she coaches this team from the rest of the season will be the deciding factor. If we don't get the Final Four discussions, and if we don't get to the Final Four, discussions will be had. Nippy's talking to management. Forbes released me off that game. She and the coach cost the game. Shot way too much. I think 25 times. I was like, girl, what are you doing, bro? Forbes and Davis got cut. Thank you. It's like this, this is not the time to audition. It's not their time to audition. They look at your junior year, the year before. They look at your whole body of work, not just that last year. It makes a difference. It can make a difference if they think that your senior year, you've gotten something that you created and carved out to be your specialty or your own that you're really good at. But that wasn't the time to play hero ball. I need Juju to play her whole game and let that thing go. Let it go. Just let it fly. Like, stop. Like, one thing that Avery and her are doing, I've seen Avery change it right after I said this, is they're shooting these freaking line drop threes. Juju, that's not your shot. Avery, that's not your shot. I saw your tape in high school. Heckle, that's not your shot. You shoot up. You let it rainbow. You give your teammates time to get in to go and box out. When that ball is hanging and it's rainbowing, it gives you time. You shoot a line drive, it's a done deal. It's the transition is on and cracking because it's gonna go long. You give your time and call shot if you got to. If they look like they running over here to go post out and you happen to pull out of rhythm, because to me it's like everybody needs to know you're about to take the shot. I've noticed that times when Nippy said that. I noticed times when they would look dead at Juju and she'd be wide open. Asking for the ball, and they would go. I saw that too. I'm not gonna lie, I saw that. She was asking for the ball. They would look the other way, and I said, well, maybe Juju's just trying to be a decoy. They want to shine. They can't follow through. Juju is the star. They need to realize that. They need to realize that she's the star, and in certain moments, you want to go to your star. Yes, I know I want you. I want them to score, but they gotta rally behind their superstar because they don't know. I've seen Kennedy do it too. I've seen Avery do it too. I've seen Kiki do it too. I've seen Rhea do it too. You don't know how to score on a double and a triple. You have no clue. Your feet work are not wide. You're twisted up. You're not squared. You don't even know how to do this stuff yet. You don't. If you see that double, you want to reverse back and get it back out, work it around. But you don't know how to score yet. You have no idea what Juju is facing when she's facing those doubles and triples. How to split? I ain't seen hardly any of them. You're not. I'm not saying you'll could never do it or never, but you got somebody in practice to talk to about, hey, what do I do in this situation? How do you do that when you do this? Humble yourselves. Humble yourselves. Because you don't know how to do what Juju does with these doubles and triples and how to read them yet. And if you're trying to score through them, you're not powering up with the surrounding. You gotta power up. You can't lazily. I seen Kiki do an Angel Reese shot a couple of times. You can't do that. You gotta get bounce, boom, and power up through it. I got people calling me, questioning. I love Kiki. I wasn't screaming when I heard you were coming. You can go back and look at the tapes. I didn't, because I seen you at Stanford. Now, when you came, I was happy. It's like, okay, cool, satisfied, but you gotta have a motor. You gotta have a grit. You gotta play with heart. You cannot. If we play LSU, my team, Anissa Mora is gonna bang on you. She is aggressive. She is gonna come at you hard, y'all. You gotta just up your motor. I don't know what coaches. This is where coaching comes in. You need to get in her face and make Kiki mad. Like, thank you to it. Am I wrong, y'all? Do you understand what I'm saying? We can't be out here playing soft. We gotta play with an attitude, with a motor. Ain't time to be cute. You can be cute off the court. Actually, she plays so many minutes because when she's off the floor, they fall apart. No, they don't fall apart as much, I don't think, Nippy, as they did last year. I clocked that. They don't fall apart like they did last year. Juju would step off the court, take out the first out from the first Ohio State game all the way down until finally into the Big Ten tournament that they finally could play without her on the floor. They would just dip. They didn't bet. They don't dip as much this year. But they do kind of like, and I want them to be involved in the offense and defense. I want them to step up and not rely on you. But when you need to realize that you have this superstar on the court, get her the ball, set a screen, do something, set her up when she's open. Don't give it to her because you got caught up and now you just threw it out and she got to create something. Create something for her. I can't wait to see what type of bullshit they're going to pull off in the vlog. I don't even want to see the vlog. I don't want them vlogging. You got enough content out there. Chill. You need to chill and focus on basketball. Fortunately, Kiki has to go to the W because she doesn't have another year of eligibility. Okay. She's most likely going to get low minutes until she develops more. If they allow her to develop more. That's the scary part. It's not guaranteed that they allow her to develop. She can get lost in the sauce. Look at Diamond Miller. She lost in the sauce over this in Minnesota. She was getting minutes. It just wasn't cutting it. Got injured. I ain't hear since. Team, no, if you take Juju out, you can essentially beat them if they take her out offensively. And starters stop her. You ain't stopped her yet. She always gonna get 20 on you. So that's the lowest 16 with the she'll do that like one time during the season, and that's that. You didn't stop her. And then if she do get something crazy like 16 points, she's gonna get 11 boards. She's gonna do something else that's not on paper as well as on paper, but it's not gonna be good for her brand and good for her, what people expect, so on and so forth. Really kind of cold, but to put all that pressure on her like that. But yeah. It's mental that a lot of these girls are. It's mental. It was mental. It was like everybody. You can't be afraid. I like Kenny. She was throwing her body around. She wasn't trying to like hold back. And some of those fouls was bogus on her. You know what I'm saying? Put the shot up, take the shot. So yeah, we fell to 7th. How do y'all feel about that? Above us right now, is Texas, UConn, and then LSU. And the crazy part about it is Texas is about to play South Carolina. That's a loss. UConn is about to play South Carolina February 16th. That's a loss. You can't run around with 3 losses and expect to be above us. And then LSU, I think they still have to play like maybe Texas or Tennessee again. Kentucky seems to be acting like they want to do something. So the SEC kind of going back and forth is going to kind of either help us out, but it'll only help us out if we don't lose to Wisconsin, Ohio, and UCLA. How's that gonna help us if we do some crazy skid? They all doing TikToks. Yeah, it's cute. It's cute and all, and it's. I feel like it's a form of, bonding. But you got that already. You good. You got that. Put some extra time in and studying film on who you gonna guard and play. Hey Emily, what's happening? Jacob, wow, really? Yeah, we watched them. We learn about the players, Tennessee's, and how they're I love the bond, the gel. They have a great time because, truthfully, as a student athlete, you got to have an outlet like that because you're around each other. If you can stand each other from the summer all the way to the spring. Go at it. I was done. I've seen been out of women after about, I think we started like September, October. I was just glad to get out and track in the spring, get out in the air, be around guys and girls. And it was like, because, man, just 6 8 months going postseason in March, but they've been around. They don't look tired, which is a great thing. But I need them to focus on basketball a little bit more. Not to say that they don't, but with pool and traveling, and you got to find some time to really use your visualization skills. I think when you're not on the court, get your rest, get your nutrition, study your opponent, and figure out and talk to one another. Get back to coming together, talking to each other, being able to confront and handle criticism about things, about what you see from each other. That, like they might even say, well, Jew, we need you not to shoot so much. Well, goddamn it, you need to goddamn shoot the ball. So she doesn't have to. But when she's open, pass her the ball. She's a shooting guard. That's her job. Yep, Kiki and Avery and Heckle, Brooklyn, all of them 24/7. Yeah. I got calling my team out, knowing their every move, seeing them up there, Kiki and cackling and carrying on. Kiki, you need to be in there working on some things, low key. I'll spend an hour with you just being able to put the ball back up without banging it off the back or shooting it over to the other side. If you don't know by now, you got to curve it with your wrist and your body when you're going up strong. I don't know what to tell you. You can't just shoot the ball dead at the backboard underneath. And half the time, another thing is they need to jump. It's time to leave your feet. Come to the ball, catch the ball. You may have to leave your feet to catch the ball. None of those passes and everything, standing still. This is not practice anymore. As a matter of fact, I need some men back in the practice with the post. And I need the girls being able to understand that passes, you're going to have to leave your feet to catch some of these passes. And you got to get your bounce back in your legs. And understand, when you come back down, what are you going to do? Are you swiping through? Are you doing the proper swipe throughs? When you're running down the court, Leah, you can't just go like high school. You're not faster than everybody on the court. You gotta go, stop, direction, change direction, stop, change direction. You gotta zigzag. Don't you remember how Caleb would do it? She was small like you. You can't just go zooming down the court. You got to change the direction. See, keep your head up. See what's happening. And you don't got to dribble all the way up to the top of the key to start the offense. You can start the offense as soon as you cross the line. Just get it out. Go tell your team, call the play, whatever your little plays are, and go. And get out the way. Women bigs don't jump. Hey, RC. Emily said, I'm astonished how players don't understand they have to come to the pass. I don't even understand that. And it's just watch it get picked off. I know that's irritating on that side of them. Oh, and my favorite thing Iowa was doing, bounce passing it in the paint down to the post, bounce pass, fake up, go down, fake up, go down, bounce passing, beautiful bounce passes. You can't lob over nobody because once they catch it, they're underneath the basket. You can't just shoot it into them anymore. You got to bounce pass it. I was making these sweet bounce passes, and Hannah and them was able to seal people off, catch it, and go up. Do I meant to tell you better fucking beat Minnesota? I don't care if they rank. We come Minnesota. We beat them. I don't care that Maryland. Maybe you're saying we're coming off our biggest win of the season. We need to follow that up with a win over Minnesota. Oh, you guys do, huh? Minnesota is good too, and I like Minnesota. However, I really hope that we can extend our winning streak 4 games. Minnesota next in our yeah. I mean, Iowa after that win, y'all need to make a statement if you want to come to the Big Ten tournament. Or see if you lose to Minnesota, it's gonna look like that win was a fluke. It sure is. And on the fast break, get ahead of the dribbler. Stay out of their lane to spread the defense on the floor and give them a better angle for the pass. Right on, political little. Yeah, USC has a problem with the bounce passes. They don't even want to try them, weirdos. Like, what are you doing? Jacob Pearl, that's exactly how I'm driving at. Couple of conversations going on. Yeah, Iowa, you do need to do that. You need to have a bounce back game. Duke lost to what did I tell you guys? Was it Kentucky? They're gonna drop down. They dropped down in a pose. I saw that while I was on the road. I think I saw Ole Miss catch a win. You know, y'all. Let me tell you, UCLA, Stanford. UCLA, South Carolina, Notre Dame, Texas, UConn, LSU, USC, and now Ohio State is right behind UCLA. So now I don't even feel as confident as I did about knocking off Ohio State. You think Trojans get back in the top 4 before March? Yeah, I do. But it won't. No, it won't just be because of us winning. It'll be because of all the other teams that are playing each other above us. Kiki only 13 is not bad. 13 our average, I think, is probably like 17 to 18. So obviously the athletes do not do something as basic as jumping rope for 10, 15 minutes. No, I don't think they are. I've seen them work out, and I don't see jumping rope as part of it, which is where you're going to get your bounce from. Good point. A lot of teams got anywhere from 5 to 7 losses at this point. This is kind of what it is at this point of the year. A lot of athletes don't even like working out unless it's in their schedule. Never do it without someone telling them, and that's the problem. Don and Moki don't play. That's why they are good. What's everyone's thoughts about Georgia Amor torching for 43? What was it, 43? I thought it was 38. Amor's a late pick in the second. I felt I wasn't shocked. I wasn't shocked. I felt that some of those were going to start falling sooner than later. Because she ain't afraid to shoot a lot. So we got Ohio State running this. Like I said from the very beginning, when TCU wasn't ranked, and I first saw them play and really started to understand the HVL, my old Taylor Bigby, Prosper, and Sedona Print. I said this team is a top 9 team, and here they are. Duke just lost. They were ranked 10th. Kentucky ranked 11th. Kansas State, I don't know what got over there, but hats off to them. Still hanging around without a Yoka Lee. Amazing. North Carolina, they're up and down, rolling like a pebble too. They're 13th. Back up. North Carolina State, they got a body. Not only did they go up 3 spots, but this is how you do it. Last week they went up 3 spots. And they got a body, right? Did they catch a body and then go up 3 spots, or did they go up 3 and then they caught a body? I think that body that they caught brought them up to 14th. Oklahoma still hanging around. They went down 2, but they're in the 15th spot. I don't know how they're doing it, but they still there in the 16th spot. Georgia Tech still around 17th. They went up 3 spots. West Virginia. Nobody talks about these two, Georgia Tech and West Virginia. They're still hanging around 17 and 18. Tennessee dropped a spot. Now, as much as Tennessee has been so close to winning games, so close, I mean, playing so many ranked teams, and they're at 19. I'm very shocked. Like, I felt like, wow, they can't catch a break. I thought they were more like a 13, 14 ranked looking team. So we'll see. Michigan State, lingering around 20th spot. My Cal Bears, 21st spot, so that's good for them. They're 19 and 4. Florida State got on the board and haven't left, 22nd spot. Alabama, somehow they still in this. Vanderbilt cracked the top 25. They dropped one because they dropped the game to I think Ole Miss. And then Oklahoma State, good for the Cowgirls, 18 and 4. They dropped 1 spot, so they were like 24th, and now they're 25th. This is where we are in week 13. It's getting ready to get busy. Amore has a unique old school point guard game. She does. She's going to be. I thought she was going to be a good pro. I know some people don't see it, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm wrong about this. It's just something about that kid. She's got that old school pro game to me that coaches are going to need when especially when you're like in that half court set, or you see a zone, or even when they're in transition basketball. She's quick, she moves, she gets the ball out. She's the type of player that has average athletic ability that will parlay her talents and her team by working hard, working on her nutrition, getting pro strength and ready to be like how Sue Bird was. Sue Bird wasn't nobody. I didn't think she was going to do what she did in her career, but here she is. Political level, Amore would be a good pick for the Aces. But I'm a bit petrified that they wouldn't use her, but using her with Kitley could be something. Oh, I can't wait for this draft, RC, to see. Try to remember. I wish I could pin your comment. I'm gonna put a star next to it to see if that will do it. I need to pin that because I want to see something. I want to see something with Amore. Damn, Izzy Higginbottom got 40. Yeah, nobody talks about her. Higginbottom put 40 on Florida. Shame she's wasted at the Razorback. But hey, tell me about Ghost. I heard about her. I've seen a couple of things on her. She scored big points. Do you think she'll be? Where do you think she'll go in the draft? Because they sure don't talk about her in the top 12. Hold on. Oh shit. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna keep on putting your comments up. Thanks, guys. I got a repairman coming and called the house number. Okay. See, I don't know if she will last until this would be a great fit. Yeah, they need something like that. But I don't know. I don't know if Raven's gonna stay another year or I see Raven or Kennedy. I mean, Raven would good to go late pick to the Aces, possibly. And that's just my, I think she needs to. I think she'd be a great backup for Chelsea. Don't know much. She's a little sophomore, top 5 scorer right now in the NCAA, but she's undersized and on a crap team. She stays 4 years and maybe becomes second round. Can't hurt. Can't hurt. Bird RC Bird's a legend. Izzy transferred there so she could score the ball. I mean, the girl had 13 free throw attempts before the fourth. She did. She gets fouled a lot. That's good. Do you think Fournier should transfer out since Duke appears to be asked this year? I don't know. How well is Toby playing? I mean, she can't go transfer, and not, if she's not making a difference on the ass team, I will. Your handyman expense is gonna bankrupt. I hit the table in front of me. Toby Fournier, yeah. Hey, you Mondo. Mondo, the op guy. Go easy on him. Mondo, you UConn, right? You gotta be proud. You gotta be proud that they're lingering around. What you guys gonna do against South Carolina? Are you guys gonna surprise South Carolina? Are you guys the tempters that can spoil the victors of South Carolina? Or is it only gonna be UCLA? Ghost hit drywall like 1992. Mike Tyson did drywall. Don't stand a chance against RC. You be punching walls. USC hasn't made me mad like that yet. I don't know why I didn't react to the Iowa thing. I felt bad. I think I felt bad for them. I just felt I know her people was mad. I know Juju was like, "You gotta be kidding me." I just totally come on, put me to the stage. Okay, it's starting to trip now. I just totally got kicked out. Look at this. You can see my background ain't ready or nothing. My background ain't ready or nothing. But I just totally got kicked out. RC and the black trunk shadow box in this plaza left that right. Do I asked earlier? I don't think you seen the question. What did you say? What'd you say? RC? Oh man, I'm sorry, I didn't see it. What did you say? I don't know if I can go up that high. Let's see. The portal is interesting as always. It's fun. East session. Great goes to 519. I don't see what you said. Oh, you asked him. Okay, pay no attention to those huskies in the corner. See, Mondo trying to be like me. I really be trying to hide in the corner too, Mondo. I ain't gonna lie. I really be trying to be hiding in the corner. I don't want them to see us because anything that we do, it just makes Sports Center news. Like, I mean, that was just like a chance to create this. I feel bad for Iowa next year because you ain't gonna forget that, and you gonna get stepped on badly for fun. I said we were upset. No, you didn't. I said, were you? Oh, upset that the Trojans stayed and watched Caitlin's. No, I wasn't upset that they stayed. Sit their butts there. They need to sit there and enjoy the festivities and enjoy. It would have been better to sit there as winners, but no, they should stay there and pay homage because you know what? At the end of the day, we should all be trying to do the same thing, which is to grow the game expeditiously and support one another, but while whooping your butt. It's kind of like it's just something that you do, and it ain't Juju's first time having to sit there. She had to sit there and watch her teammate collect the the game before going to state. They lost by a point or two. And Juice senior year, she had to sit there and watch Kennedy do what she had to do and get that award. I gotta let the repairman in. Hold on. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna probably have to go in a minute, but yeah, let's see. Shelly plays. Why is Shelly doing? She plays. You talking about Shelly? I think from Arch. Are you talking about Shelly on UConn? She she comes from my area in the Bay Area, my Central Coast section. Archbishop Mitty, if you're talking about her. Mondo, oh wow, I felt like I never see her play. Maybe I need to watch more UConn. If you're talking about her, she got in the game when Kennedy got in the game. And Kennedy, for good measures, because they had to face each other for the California State Championship, blocked the crap out of her out of nowhere. And it was just kind of, and it's so funny because the announcers don't even know that story of those two and how they battled in high school. They missed the whole storyline right there. Mondo, oh wow, I feel like I never see her play. Okay, everyone plays, just not equal time. Her time will come. And if you're talking about that girl from UConn, she played a whole lot against us in that game, Mondo. I remember her clearly. I know Corey Close doesn't play the young freshman recruits because she wants to win. RC, you watch Elena Arsaw. She's a good player. She's a freshman, an international player. Oh, okay, Jubies. A repairman, call code for my weed. Nah. Nah, that's a serious repairman for this microwave. Above the range microwave finally conked out in my mom's house. Real quick, on a scale of 1 to 10, how you rate Asia's signature shoe? That's a whole lot of pink. I can't get with the color, but it's not like it's not like a bright pink. So I like the design. I think it's an old school flair to it. I kind of have a shoe like that, but but I think it comes up a little bit higher than the one I have. So I probably might like that in a different color. So besides the Nescu, Kobe's, Grinches, I have Travis Scott shoes I wear. Of course, Air Force Force Ones, different kind, and then like Air Max track type shoes, and then of course Adidas, shell toe, things like that. I have those. I think that I would buy. I think I'll buy Asia's. I think I needed to change. I don't know if I'll get that color. I don't have anything to wear with that color. Uh, I don't sound as good as Kendall Dudley. Um, they're different positions, right? Kendall's kind of a big. We played her. She's slow, big, try to guard you, but um, I want. I think that Elena is going to be a good, a good guard for them, and is going to have a nice career. I want Miss Watkins and those black on black Irisons. Juju, nah, Juju's just gonna wear. She's just gonna wear Kobe's. I don't. She won't wear Reebok. She can't. She can only wear Nikes. She can only wear Nikes. That's her. That's her brand, and that's the university's brand. So I don't think she ain't gonna wear those black on black Irisons. I'm trying to think. I think I know what you're talking about. I saw Travis yesterday. I work in his hood. Really? In Cali? Where you live? Calabasas? Where you work at? Where you live, Mondo? Like you got these schools on lock for sure. Yeah, I remember when they I remember when I got there in college, we were Converse because that was a thing, you know. Magic and Birds Converse. Tore my foot up. Like I cannot wear those, and we got out of it, and we got to wear whatever ones we wanted, and then we finally the school went Nike. Brentwood. Oh, he lives in Brentwood. Okay. I like this Noah's Bagel Shop in Brentwood. I always like their bagels. I can't remember. I think I used to be what was I doing over there at the time when I stopped there? I may have been when I came from doing the stairs at Santa Monica, working out on the Santa Monica stairs. One of my hard when I was trying to get back into shape, I do the Santa Monica stairs and sand dunes. And there's this big, oh, now we got the La Tierra stairs that you climb. They have this other thing that you can run up steep hill. We got a couple places like, you know, if you want to work out like outdoors. To work out at. But anyway, guys, it's been real. I want to thank you all for coming. Tell a friend to tell a friend. If you hadn't hit that subscribe button for me, please do so. I just want to come up here and chit chat a little bit about, just kind of get a little bit of, work out our emotions and our feelings surrounding the Trojans. Join our Discord. You're welcome to come in and put stuff in. I appreciate those of you who are utilizing it. Let's give them stuff to read and comment and keep up on. Kind of cool. I was like, at the air stuff. I was kind of seeing it last night, and I just got back when I seen a lot of conversation inside of it, which was going to help me for the next morning to say, to say things. Have something to talk about, but this also just give me all thoughts, because sometimes you can reel with a I don't know if that's the link right there, that ain't it. Something real with a lot of emotion and not really make heads or tails of your emotion. Okay, he's calling me now, guys, but I want to get back to you a little bit. I'm coming. All right, I'm gonna cut this off here, but then yeah, join me. Put some stuff into the chat so I can follow if you have any more that you guys want to say. But thank you for joining me this morning. I'll see you soon.